This is lecture 11.1. This is posting to an accounts payable ledger. This is found on page 298 of your book. In this section, we're going to be talking about accounts payable ledgers. A general ledger, as you can see on page 298. HobbyShack's general ledger chart of accounts is on page 231. However, because of the business's size and the number and type of transactions, HobbyShack also uses additional ledgers in its accounting system. So, if you look on the next page, you can see that they have this accounts payable ledger. That would be your general ledger that has one controlling account. And then that's that green part. And then all the yellow different accounts, those are all the different subsidiary ledgers. So a ledger that is summarized in a single general ledger account is called subsidiary ledger. It's a subsidiary ledger containing only accounts for vendors whom merchandise or other items are purchased on account is called an accounts payable ledger. So you have your accounts payable here, and then you have all these people that you have accounts payable to: American Paint, Ceramic Supply, Crown Distributing, etc. Okay, so those are kind of how that works. You have one main one that gives the total, but then you can kind of open that up and see where all your accounts payable is going to. Oops, and this is, I should have had this open. This is what it is, what I was talking about. Right here is your accounts payable. This is the total amount of all your subsidiary ledgers. You have one page for each vendor. You have American Paint, Ceramic, Crown, etc. All those together total up and go in your general ledger controlling account. Okay, so controlling account, subsidiary. Account payable ledger forms. We need to write the name of the vendor name. Okay, this is how we are going to open this payable ledger. Write their vendor number, that will be given to you, the date, the balance, a check mark, and your credit balance, or your debit balance would be if we had like an accounts receivable ledger or whatever. Okay, posting from purchases journal to an accounts payable ledger. We just need to take everything that's in our purchases journal and get it to the correct vendor. So this is Crown Distributing, so we need to make sure that this is the vendor that we have open. The date, post reference, our credit amount, okay, and then we're going to keep a balance. So this balance here, we must not have had a balance prior to this, so this is our balance. The next time we would have a credit balance here, we would add that to this number to get our further balance down at the bottom. And then we need to make sure that we've put our post reference and vendor number back here so that we can cross-reference from page 11 of our journal and vendor number 230. Posting from a cash payments journal to an accounts payable ledger, same thing. Here's what I was talking about. Remember, this is a balance, so we had a debit here, accounts payable debit to Synthetic Arts. So because we have a credit balance, we need to take whatever our balance is and subtract this debit from there to get our new total. Generally, if we'd have a credit in here, that we would add those together to get our new credit balance. Posting a credit entry from a general journal to an accounts payable ledger. These are all the same things. They're just different examples of things that can happen. So now we're going from a general journal to our accounts payable ledger. So we just have to make sure that everything in our journal has a spot to go in our ledger. Posting a debit entry from a general journal to an accounts payable, same thing. You can pause this, look through, make sure that you really understand this, but really it's as long as you can look, read, hear, see the number, see what they're doing, you should be able to understand this just fine. This is what completed accounts payable ledger looks like. You have all your different subsidiary ledgers here with their vendor number and name, all their different entries that they've had from their accounts payable journal. When you prove an accounts payable ledger, you need to have all of your accounts here in alphabetical order. You need to have their balances, a single line, the total, and a double line. This should have your company name, schedule of accounts payable, and the date that you take this when you put this together. These are your terms to review, and you should be good to go for 11-1.